All right. I'm back. Just like I said, I'd be back. Kind of continuation, but you could play it on its own, just would run in holes. Well, in that case, I have to play Evil Within 1. Which makes Final Fantasy weird because none of the Final Fantasy games' story bleed into each other, right? They're all separate, and yet I want to start with the first one. Anyway, what do you mean I can't stop myself. I can't. There should be an anyway command. I need to write, okay, I'm going to write this down. I'm really just stalling for time. I'm hoping that again my internet drops down to like 3,254 frame drops per second. I need a Pokemon command, something to do with catching. Pokemon command. And catching. And I need an Anyway Silent Hill 2 thing. Anyway command. When Maria, after being reunited with James, and he's like, anyway. She's like, anyway. Evil Within 1 is not easy though. Interesting. I wouldn't say that I find games too challenging or too difficult. What is it comparable to in terms of difficulty? Because I ran out of bullets in the final boss fight of Silent Hill 1. And then as that, state goes, the boss kills itself. But I killed everything I could. And I shouldn't have, because I ended up running out of bullets. I had a bit. I ran out of a lot. I ran out of all of them. What is Evil Within 1 compared to? Couldn't be as bad as what I'm about to feel right now. Could be the hardest game in the world, like Pokemon Blue Kaizo, in terms of actual difficulty and AI intelligence. Artificial intelligence? Yeah, that's right. You play SH, you should be fine. Here's hoping so. Note to self, fix the tiny little boxes in the Be Right Back screen too. You can also help me out with the audio, because right now we're on Unity. But I know Silent Hill is a bit odd. Anyway, I'm not going to do the Maria thing. I'm going to close all my tabs. No more Pokemon. Oh, I'll show you this. Do you want to see this thing? Check this out. So the Enhanced Edition team put together a wallpaper for their project, and they put out a poll for what people think or would like as their wallpaper. Evil Within 1 hardest difficulty is the worst. I usually play a normal, like as a first time thing, and I really like New Game Plus that bumps up difficulty. I've always thought that's a really good feature. So I actually am looking forward to playing Silent Hill 1. I don't think I'm going to be as upset, distressed, or generally uncomfortable playing that game. It is hard to play for me. Like, it wears me down, but Silent Hill 2 wears me down in a completely different way. But check this out. How cool is this wallpaper? It's the map of, I guess, Silent Hill proper. And then the picture and the letter. I thought it was an awesome wallpaper. So I had to, as soon as it came out, I'm like, yep, taking that. And they did. They put it out as a wallpaper. I was going to say anyway again. There should be an anyway counter. Anyway. It's still strange to me to think... I thought so too. I thought it's cool too. It's still strange to me to think that people find Silent Hill 2's voice acting bad. It's still strange. Maybe it's hindsight and knowledge of the story, but even if you, like, when Maria says that line, I don't think that's bad acting at all. Not, like, in the slightest. That's DS4 connected. So now everything should work just fine. Right, welcome to... What is it going to be? Do you think we could finish it? We could finish it. Do you think I could finish it? That's another question. Silent Hill 2. If you didn't know by the little description, I guess. Now, and the update. Category. Silent Hill 2. I need to start capturing the screen so you can see what I see. Do you see what I see? I think you do. The problem is, I don't have two screens. I have one screen. I can use my, I was going to say laptop, but I could use my iPad for chat. Instead, what Twitch have is this thing called in-game overlay, where they put a little box, which kind of ruins it, and made me think like, I don't know if I want that right now for Silent Hill. It's not too bad, because it's up in the corner. Sometimes you say, oops, no, I don't want to exit now. Cancel. Yeah, you see what I mean? You see the screen, but you might also see the box that comes up every now and then when I go into the map and stuff. Wow, 5 viewers. That was quick. Welcome to Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition. The latest update had come out a couple of days ago. I want to say maybe 4. And I'm in the home stretch of the game and probably my sanity and the tether I have to reality in playing this game. Hopefully the audio is not too loud. I've left it at Unity, but let me know. There are some parts that are really loud and others that are really quiet. So I think the latest save we have, not the hotel basement, is 2118, 2129, 2133, and that saves 75. Right. The employee elevator room, having gotten my weapons back. So hopefully Unity, zero gain, no, volume lost is good enough. The shadow's a little bit weird, but otherwise, this is it. Right, so my plan from last stream was to go down to the basement and clear out the enemies and check all the stuff that I missed as I was running through it in a panic. And to do that, I actually have to go down another floor. I can't take the elevator down, there's no point. It really does look good. It looks great. It looks great. It looks so good. With the anti-aliasing and the film grain filter. I know it ruins it in terms of Twitch compression and makes kind of the picture a little bit muddy, but I can't play the game without it. Like, it's recommended to, I just can't. It has to have the noise grain filter. It's got to have that dingy, dirty film to it. Anyway, jeez, I sound like tear deep. Basement. Okay. And it is a straight shot. How's the volume? Can you hear the music? Can you hear the footfalls? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Let me know and I'll fix it. Good. Alright, I'll leave it at Unity. Thanks. Do you think I can bump it up? Should it be a little louder, maybe? We haven't gotten to combat just yet, so good luck with that when it gets there. Plus, the cutscenes are pretty loud because the audio levels are baked in and I can't lower the volume. But thanks for letting me know it's good. I'll take good. Alright. I just walked in a circle. Okay. How did I do that? It really didn't feel. From the door sound, it seems good? Good, okay. It really didn't feel like I walked from that side. It felt like I came from another side. I think I don't know if it's me being scatterbrained or if the game is genuinely fucking with me right now. I thought I'm going the right, like he's going to the left, but it's on the right. Anyway. Okay. There's no one here anymore, right? No. I have my radio turned on, right? Flashlight's on, radio's on. Letter's still empty, right? Yep. Mary's handwriting is still there. Laura's letter from Mary, still there, as is Angela's knife, and we have the videotape. We haven't used the key for 312. We haven't gone to the 3rd floor yet. How's the HD collection of this? Welcome, Trump. Didn't think I'd ever say that. Compared to the enhanced edition, I hear it's not good. It's a very poor HD collection. But I think that's the one you have. And I kind of hate to talk about it like that. But from the videos I've watched and the reviews I've read, it's a joke. They didn't have the source code. The team that worked on the HD collection didn't have the source code of the game. Because Konami just lost it. Deleted it, got rid of it. And they had to work with an unfinished version of the game for the HD collection. Check out Twin Perfect's videos on it. There was a grunt, kind of. Oh. That's dead, right? But I think you were saying that you have the HD collection. Look, if you have a PC that's worth anything, only one you can readily buy. Look, if you have a PC and it's worth anything, get Silent Hill 2 on PC and install the enhanced edition pack. It's literally 3 clicks now. It comes with its own installer. It didn't used to. Recently, it's been updated. It comes with its own installer that updates now through the installer. All the different audio packages, the fixes, the widescreen, the fog, the anti-aliasing. You can get the game. It's abandonware. It's on the website Abandonware. That's where I got it from. It's literally abandonware. So it's still up there. If it were running on a PS2 emulator, yeah, it'd be emulated. And that's how a lot of people used to run it, because the PC version was pretty bad. These days, among most people, they would say the PC version's probably the best way to go. It comes with, well, I use DS4, the program DS4, and I've got a DualShock 4 controller. And I just, we can read this now because of the flashlight. A display of lures. It looks like fishing on the lake is a popular activity among the tourists. I swear to God I was here looking at that before and it didn't give me anything. It's got X input, it's got direct input. I cannot vouch for the quality of the enhanced edition enough. I honestly can't. And if you want to join the Discord, I will tell you how to install it. Because I care about it that much. I care about this game that much. It looks like fishing on the lake is a popular activity among the locals, among the tourists. I'm no good at it, so I never tried it when I was here. The fact that I I was here. I looked at this and it didn't give me this. It makes me uncomfortable. Not that I'm missing out on dialogue, the fact that the game is kind of screwing with me in this way. And nothing else is new. Okay. Can I read this now? No. The jukebox is... There's a jukebox here, it doesn't play, so it must be broken. That's the same. I can't interact with these tables just like before. James will talk about the bar and Mary and how he used to come here at the counter. Yeah. Mary and I shared some nice drinks together at this bar. Sometimes it seems like so long ago, and sometimes it's just as if it were yesterday. Now, see, I live on a main road, so there are cars going by, and you know when a car goes by, it goes like, no. That's not a good noise to hear when you're playing Silent Hill. He didn't say anything about the drinks last time. At all. I don't think those lures were here last time. At all. They are literally lures right there. Anyway. Okay. So we're clearing out the basement of these monsters. Power Fantasy. Power Fantasy. Yep, check out the Discord there. I'm glad that command works. And it still does. I have no problems with it. Nightbot's been really good. There are a variety of canned foods here, so that's the same. The lock is broken and I can't open it. That's the same. This refrigerator? The refrigerator door seems broken. I can't get it open. That's the same. Don't think I can interact with this. So that's the same. Stove, nothing. Can of light bulbs, a light bulb can. I don't need it anymore. No, because we put the light bulb in that lamp. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, TV. That's what I say now. I say, so anyway. Don't hit me. Stomp. Have to stomp. You're not dead. And now there's an alternate stomp animation as well. Welcome back, T-Deep. Mike is here helping me through Silent Hill 2. And we've got Trump did win the 2020 election? Yeah, Trump did win the 2020 election here as well. Welcome back, I should say. So we ran past this and didn't look at anything because I was afraid. There are empty wine bottles here. Now, James did mention he had a history of drinking in Neely's bar. Actually, in Heaven's Night, he did talk about that. You can hear the generator humming in the other room. It's a nice touch. But I can't examine the bottles. I feel like we need a mod because some viewers are using inappropriate language. I've got a mod. It's my close friend that I was mentioning to you that I went and saw movies with him, but he doesn't come by the stream anymore. The last stream he came by was Elden Ring, and that's a very long time ago. I don't know anybody who would want it, to be honest. I don't think I'm big enough to warrant it. I don't know if I stream enough to warrant it. We used to have a mod. It was like the natural choice. One of the first people to really support me on the channel, but I guess things change. He's super busy hanging with guys on Grindr, meeting with them. He meets with them, but he doesn't do anything else. He just meets with them. It's a business opportunity. He used inappropriate language. Micah, you don't know Tear Deep? He's the Bavarian contrarian. Everything he says is the opposite. He'll say something like, Silent Hill 2 isn't that scary. It's overrated. But I think he's got a good heart. Maybe. Maybe. The jury's still out on that. I swear, I use inappropriate language. And, I try not to, but honestly, it just comes out. Like, I get frustrated, especially with Pokemon. See, I don't even go into the storeroom. I didn't even go into the storeroom. and it comes from the left headphone because I am at the right side of it. It's got 3D audio, and now it comes from the right. How cool is that? But this is the same. 3D audio, really nice. Immersive, dare I say it. But there's nothing new here either. It was just the storeroom. And those wine bottles. Do you think it's openable? Nope. It's not. I hope it was never openable and I didn't miss out on it. So this is how we got here, through the stairwell. We don't need to do that anymore because we've gone through the bar. And now, we don't have to come back here at all because we've gone through everything. Go get a blindfold? Why? Did you redeem the channel blindfold thing? You didn't actually, did you? Did you really? Holy shit. For Silent Hill 2? Right now? You redeemed that? Can I do that for something else? Please. Could I please do that for any other game that isn't Silent Hill 2? I'll go back to Dead by Daylight and do blindfolded gameplay. Can I bank those points for you? Please don't make me do blindfolded Silent Hill 2 gameplay. I've never begged you. Really good question. I haven't put a timer on it. I haven't put a timer on it. How long do you think? Look, I'll do Silent Hill 2, and then I'll do blindfolded Rocket League, okay? I'll do like 5 rounds of blindfolded Rocket League. Is that a deal? You can clip it. Hold me to rights. I need to set a time. How long do you think it should be? This is the shit that mods need to help me with. Where are my mods? Between 1 and 5 minutes? Okay, look, I'll do, how about I do 5 rounds of Rocket League? Or 5 minutes of Rocket League. I don't want to run around in Silent Hill. I respect this game too much to do it. But I'm waiting on Tier Deep's answer. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? What's his fate? The sword of Damocles is hanging over my head. I heard his story. I told him a joke. I told him another joke. Yeah, it's fine. I put my hands together and I pray to you. We'll do blindfolded Rocket League. You hang out, hang around. We'll do Silent Hill 2, and then we'll do blindfolded Rocket League. All right? Is that a deal? It's fine. How do I can reply. Look, I'm replying to your message with this one. There you go. That's you. Too cool. Okay. I don't even really make jokes when I play Silent Hill 2. You'll notice that. Like, my demeanor changes completely. And I feel really bad. I feel awful for not doing that channel point thing. I really, really do. I feel terrible. Because I have it up there and it feels like I'm cheating you. But I can't. I've got to, for Silent Hill, I can't. I would I? I don't know. I am. I really am. There's no way around it. I feel horrible. Like, no joke. I feel kind of bad about it too. Because I hate stuff like that. And now he gets to, now he gets to put the boot to me as well about it. I knew you wouldn't do it. Chicken. We didn't have to go to the boiler room. We didn't have to go to the pump room. Everything has been checked out, I think. Alright. You know what? You know, I value you so much that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set a timer for a minute. I think I've cleared everything out. Watch this. Here we go. I'm setting a timer for a minute. Okay? Because it's Silent Hill. Because it's Silent Hill, I'm giving it a minute. You ready? Here we go. Timer. 1 minute. I'm closing my eyes. I don't have a blindfold. Do I? I could get a tie. I'll get a tie. Hold on. Got a timer. I'm gonna get a tie. I could even just take my glasses off and be just as blind as that. What can I do? I got a hood. Alright. I'll put a shirt over my head. Or a pair of pants. I'll put a pair of pants over my head. Are you ready? Okay. Glasses off. Now I'm gonna... No, if I put the thing over my... Hold on. It might muffle the microphone a little bit. I can't read the chat right now. Stick to what I offer. I had to come really close to the screen. Okay, hold on. I close my eyes like this. You ready? Alright, so... I can't see anything right now. I feel really bad having to do this for Silent Hill, but I'm gonna do a minute. Are you ready? Okay. A minute timer starts now. Alright. I'm gonna turn James around. Okay, I'm listening. I don't know where I am. Oh fuck, I'm in the stairwell, aren't I? Or the basement. I know that because I was nearest it. Am I... Okay, hold on. I hope you can hear me. Where's the door? Alright. I can hear the boiler room. I'm gonna go to the boiler room. Uh-oh. Something's lighter now. Boiler room's here. I'm gonna get to the boiler room, by the way. With my audio skills. Oh, I passed it. Somewhere here. Now let me just check the map real quick. Ah. There's the boiler room. That's a minute. I'm gonna try get to the boiler room, okay? Hold on. Stop ringing. How do I stop it ringing? There we go. Alright, boiler room. This isn't my goal. No. That's a locked door. Right? I hear the boiler room. Tell me hot or cold somehow. Wait. Wait. No. It's somewhere. Alright, my goal is to get to the boiler room. It's to my left. Hold on. Where is it? That's the broken door. It's really far away to my left now. Now it's to my right. Am I right in front of it? The broken door. Where's it? Does this not amuse you? I feel like I'm really close to the boiler room. I feel like I'm really close. This is legitimate, by the way. This is true. I cannot see anything. What if I try a different tactic? A lot of sprinting. I can't do it. I can't get to the boiler room. Alright, that's enough. Was I close? Thank God they weren't there. Was I close? Let's check the map. Let's see what I missed. You clearly go get in with Imke and Hugo. You clearly belong there. Okay, that's good lol Q. Okay, well I did it. That's good. I tried really hard. And as much as I respect Silent Hill, I put a pair of tracksuit pants on my head to do that for you. I wasn't anywhere close. Did I ever get close though? I felt like I was kind of here. Right? Alright. Well, there you go. That's what your chat messages get you. I did my... Now I don't feel so bad. Because I tried. I really, really did. That was true. But I can leave now. I almost got it? Oh, man. Was I here? Was that the door that I was next to? That would really suck if that were true. Oh, man. Because I know I walked into that stairwell. And I was like, oh, as soon as that happened, I'm like, nope. Because that's up to enemies. Or new things, and this was self-contained safety. Anyway, TD, you're like a software programmer guy, right? Do you know how to put a script together in Nightbot for Twitch where like every time I say anyway, it like does some kind of link to a video from Silent Hill 2? Is that possible, do you think? Like a command? Like if you type in $death, it'll tell you how many times I've died, and somebody did that for Dark Souls. They sent me that and I actually added it and it started working, and I was like, hey, that's really cool. But you're a software guy, so maybe you know. That would fuck up chat? Because I say it so much? Wait, I was here. That's the door that I was next to. Yeah, okay. I wasn't close. I did hear that door. Alright, not a video then, like a counter, just an anyway counter. Like an anyway counter. To count how many times I say it. From Silent Hill 2, maybe. Well, there's nothing. I checked the wine bottles. Alright, I can't not go further. It doesn't say anything about this. Alright. Okay. I guess that makes sense for the wine bottles to be behind it. Yeah, I don't think I was very close. Alright, we looked everywhere here. Does the light shine on the bulb? That's nice. That's very nice lighting. That's very nice lighting. Alright. The lures. Jeez. And there's a little fish sign. Brown trout. That's legible now because of that light. I don't think it was before. Because when I was down here, I didn't have my stuff. At all. So this wasn't viewable because the flashlight or I can't interact with it now, can I? The lamp was shining directly on the door for me to use the key in the hole because I couldn't use it otherwise. That makes sense. But what about this article? Not interactable. I kind of like to interact with everything in every game. Anyway, we're done. We go upstairs now. Okay. So that's what we did yesterday. That whole side. We did that yesterday, and that was all I could handle. I feel a little bit better with people tonight here. It actually really helps. Even like seeing a message every now and then, it just tethers me to a world that isn't hostile and out to get me. Even kind of screwing around with it. What am I ignoring? What did I miss? Don't tell me you did it again. It doesn't come up for me. That's the problem. Sit-ups, squats, curls. Okay. No, I'm not ignoring it. I'm gonna have to use my iPad, I guess. Alright. Thanks. I actually did PT today. I had PT, and now I'm doing this. Alright, let me pause the game. Hold on. I'm definitely not ignoring it. I might have to change chat to my iPad so I see it come through. I might do that. And that way, it won't take away from the game either. Let me go File, Settings, in-game overlay turn off. There it goes. Alright, let's say, 20? Push-ups, sit-ups, squats, or curls. All right, I'm gonna do 20 curls. I'll grab my fucking set of 10-kilogram weights. One moment. Okay. It is. No, I don't joke about this shit. I really don't. I promise. As much shit as I talk, when it comes to stuff that's to do with the channel, I'm not gonna half-ass it. I promise. There's not a lot I can do with Twitch, you know, in terms of like content and streaming and jokes. So whenever I can do something, I will. All right, you know what? Let's do 20. For you, we'll do 20, all right? We'll do 20. Fuck me. They feel a lot heavier. You can't hear them because I'm holding. It's actually 5 kg. 5 kg. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my elbow clicking. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do for you as well? I'm gonna post a picture of them. I'm gonna put them on my floor and I'm gonna take a photo of them and I'll post it in the Discord. So that's what I'm working with. You ready? Why is my room so dark? It doesn't even... The fuck? What's going on? There we go. Alright. Hold on a minute. There we go. Okay. There's a photo. Let me add it to the Discord. In the... I should have a points redemption channel, but that's fine. I'll just add the image for now. Points redemption. Wait. Weights. There. There you go. Great. So, if you want to go see what I just did, 20 of, it's in the Discord in the general. If you don't believe me, that's as good as I can make it. If I had a webcam, I actually don't have a webcam, but if I did, I'd like, I don't know what I'd do. I could have done a video. Oh shit, I should have done a video. Oh, I couldn't have done a video. I could have done a video one hand doing it, I suppose. That's about as close as I'll get to face cam or anything like that, I think. Anything from the torso, not down, pardon me, not down, but around would be the maximum. Thanks for the good job. My arms feel like they're gonna fall off. The heavy breathing is against the TOS. Wasn't that heavy, was it? Look, it's been a long day. I've been streaming for 4 hours and 45 minutes of those have been walking around in Silent Hill. At least, I would say at least 4 or 3 minutes completely blindfolded, and however long that took to do. It says I'm offline. Why does it say I'm offline? That's not good. On the Twitch Studios app, it says I'm offline. It's sexual content, you think? Why does it... Why does it say that I'm offline? What the fuck, Twitch? Is it because my iPad is so old? It doesn't recognize that I'm online and I can't actually check my dashboard? No, it's probably my internet. Look, it's probably my internet. Hold on. This way I'll see the point redemption, I think. Oh, do you know what I could do? Hold on, will I show? It says I'm offline. Still, it says I'm offline. That's really weird. It says I'm offline. If I go to channel... No, it says I'm live now. Fine. Great. Let's view my dashboard. Done. No changes were made. No problem. Alright, great. Now I can see the redemptions and I can see chat. If I miss a message... Alright, well I shouldn't. But if I do... It's my internet. It's still loading. That's not good. Alright, look. If I miss a redemption, tell me that I missed a redemption, because this is going to keep buffering. It's giving me the spinning circle of death. Nothing is happening. I'm going to have to use the, the Twitch overlay. If I miss a redemption, just say, hey, you missed a redemption. And you know what? I think, like, you're going to say, I missed a redemption, and I didn't actually miss a redemption. I feel like that's going to happen. Just putting it out there. Alright. Am I back? Yes. Okay. Well, I can see Pyramid Head. It looks like a cone, though. Not quite a pyramid, is it? More of a cone. I'm gonna shut my door, because the door that's adjacent to my door is dark. And I don't know if I will be seeing things in the corner of my eyes. I have the Snow White music box to put in the lobby. I have the key to the hotel room 312. Oh, and a couple of forearms. We're ready to go. Everything is fine. I'm gonna reload. See that? I think that's a PC feature as well. Don't forget, check the Discord tier deep if you don't believe that I did that. Hope you do. Alright, so, this wing of the hotel is completely off limits to me. The second floor is completely cleared. Because I can't go to the side there. The third door was locked. The third floor was locked. Do you think I'll get a key for that shutter? Is it still locked? I don't like those. What are they called? Are they abstract daddies? No. Are they called the abstract daddies? Or am I thinking of something else from Silent Hill 3? Anyway, come on, T-Deep, help me out here, man. Give me some code to catch all these anyways. Okay. I think they are called abstract daddies, right? Aren't they? Angela's monsters. See, this is locked. Alright. And I feel like if I go put the mermaid to the lobby, if I go put the mermaid statue in the lobby, it's going to give me the key to that grate. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. There's a rectangular indentation. There's a plate in front of the indentation and something's engraved on it. Seat of the princess who will woke from death. Play the music box, yes. That doesn't sound quite right. You're right, James, it doesn't. But it's kind of haunting in a way, isn't it? A little bit? Or is this music box broken? Maybe. And eventually it stops. Which is fine, because we have the final music box. Here. Music box with a figure from the fairy tale Snow White attached, found in the pantry. I put down the Snow White music box. Play? Yes. No, I thought it would end, but I'm glad that it didn't. It's one of my favorite pieces of music from the game. I really, really like this theme, and I'm glad it didn't end. I got a hotel stairway key. I love the fact that it keeps playing. It's so whimsical. It's a fairy tale. It really is. And it's so ill-fitting. And yet, it's perfect. It's perfect. I really like that song too, Micah. And it plays through the menu. It plays through the menu. Hotel stairway key. Key to the door from stairway to third floor hall. It was hidden inside the big music box in the lobby. Okay. What a lovely theme. I don't know what it's called. See, that peaks the audio, and it even plays through the save menu. That's wonderful. Sorry about the really loud audio there. There's not anything I can do. Unless I turn it down from Twitch, which would mean everything else gets out of whack. Anyway, Jesus Christ. No problem. Thanks for letting me know. I need to set a lurk command too. I see that come up in streams as well. Thanks for sticking around. I need to do that. Do you know how to do that? Can somebody tell me how to fucking do that? Because I'm so behind the times. It's just a Nightbot command. Be like, thanks Mika for lurking or chatting in the stream. Enjoy the lurk. I'll do that. That's on my list. Thanks for reminding me though. And it plays through the map as well. Okay. So now we go back through where we had just gone through. Oh, there you go. Did you just add that? Maybe I can do that. Thanks. I'll go through the chat and do that. Thank you for that. That helps. It really does. I will. Nothing unusual about it. I will. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll play through the rest of the hotel. That's incredible. It feels cumulative. Like you've worked up to this whole point. It goes the whole way through the hotel. Doesn't change volume, does it? No. That's so neat. I will. Thanks for letting me know. It's a little quieter. It's gone. I'll be sure to, thank you. And the music's gone. And the lurking begins, but the music ends. The music was actually really comforting, to be honest with you. It was actually really comforting. Is there a point for me to check out that before I go? I will. But I've done all this. The reading room. I've gone there. Would there be anything here anyway? Are you guys dead? When did I kill you? Oh yeah, you took that hit from me. I remember. Okay. It's bright outside. Not for me, it's dark. I've got a lamp on, but it's bright outside in the game. Really, really bright. Ethereal is what I would use to describe it. Makes me smile. And then it's gone. For nothing, for silence. To be replaced by silence. I don't need to save here. I'm good. We'd saved in the lobby. We're fine. So we go up the stairs. Stairwell with the key, that's it. I used the hotel stairway key. And now we have this. So there's no way that I can actually check through these rooms right now, because that door is completely blocked off and the elevator does not get me there. There are rooms here, like the hall anteroom and the service room. I don't know if I'm missing them or if I just can't get to them and they're just on the map. But I feel like I need to check these before I go. I haven't been able to, though. Hall anteroom. And that whole side of, that whole wing of the second floor. But here I am. Isn't Mary's room 312? Right next to it. Yep. I don't want to go to that room right now. I might have to. This room. That's blood. Is that blood as well? The first thing I thought of was that's blood. Maybe it's from my footsteps. And the unease settles in. There's a painting. Was that a noise in the game, or is that a noise from that I just heard? Sent it to you on Discord. Thank you. I appreciate that. That really does help. Having people here watching and lurking and chatting really does help too. It doesn't help everything go away from this game, but it helps a lot. Thank you. There's a painting hanging on the wall. It looks like a landscape of this area. And I guess it is. We have the observation room, some elevators, and the rest of the third floor. Sign. Nothing on it. The lock is broken. What are the odds that all the doors here will have their locks broken? What are the odds that this elevator isn't going to work? Can't interact with that. Just information for the third floor. Not everything is high res as it could be, as you see there. The information is, well, it is what it is, but yeah. Last but not least, right? We could have a whole wing to explore if this door's openable. It's not. So the only door that we can enter is the one we've come all this way to get to. Mary's room. The room we stayed in with Mary when we vacationed here 3 years ago at least. Room 312. It's the room Mary and I stayed in 3 years ago. I'm gonna change to a pistol because it seems a bit strange walking around with a shotgun right now. I use the key to room 312. It's really bright. We have a door. Broken. An armoire or a cabinet. Uninteractable with. On either door. Maybe a mirror or a blank painting. It looks to be a blank painting or a canvas. Maybe it's just something draped over the chair. The chair is uninteractable. Don't know if that's a word, but I'm saying that. Nothing to see on the bed or talk about the bed, which kind of makes it even worse. The fact that James isn't commenting on any of this, well... A videotape I forgot at the hotel 3 years ago. Silent Hill is written on the label in my handwriting. This is definitely the videotape I recorded back then. We have a TV and a tape player. Phone? I can't walk to it. I can't. The note? Nothing to say to me. Cabinet, drawer, inoperable. That's the word, inoperable. Memo. There's nothing interesting written in the memo book. Well, it's checkable, but nothing interesting. And look how bright. It's like heaven. Doesn't it? Remind you of that? Isn't it heavenly compared to where we've been? Like grey, fog, dark, wet, putrid, hazy, and this is just bright. Clear as day. Clearer than day. But I can't leave. Or escape. Not yet. Ashtray? Try this, I guess. No. And the painting of... Well, it looks kind of worn down. I thought they were antlers to begin with, but it's not. It looks maybe like a side of the hotel. It's been worn down over time. And I can't go to that edge with those things there. And there's no mini-map for the room either. So to the TV, I guess. There's a television here. Even when it's plugged in, all I get is snow. And that's it. Even when it's plugged in, all I get is snow. That's an old TV. That's a very, very old TV. But this was the room with James and Mary. There's a VCR here. It looks like I'll be able to use it. And the trash can, or actually that looks like an umbrella. A pot or a container for umbrellas. Okay. The VCR then. Only one thing to do.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
Mary.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Laura. Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
No, I killed her.
You kill her! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. The Mary you know isn't here. Laura, I'm sorry.
James, where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please come to me. Do you hate me? Is that why you won't come? James!
That voice!
James! Please hurry!
I'm waiting nearby, James. Please. I want to see you, James. Can't you hear me? James. Please, James. 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 James.
So that's the revelation. Mary didn't die 3 years ago as much as James killed her. And it would have been some weeks ago to coincide with Laura's birthday. And importantly, now my radio is making the sound as if an enemy was nearby. That's the static you get from enemies being nearby. Okay. There's nothing to see. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't need the VCR anymore. The envelope's still there. Laura's letter is still there. Written by Mary. And there's the adoption, 8th birthday. And she turned 8 a couple of weeks ago. And this letter was written by Mary, supposedly. Given to Laura by Mary. And this is all we see of Mary. Apart from that videotape, this is all we see of Mary. Now, I don't think James is going to aim at any monsters in this room, but that static is enemy static. Complete enemy static. Just constant. And now the hotel goes to what it probably looks like these days. My flashlight doesn't work. I press the switch, but nothing happens. Or the hotel has changed to mirror what James now knows. I don't know which of those is true. Is this thing broken? Pressing the switch doesn't do anything. Radio still works, supposedly. But the flashlight does not. I guess we have some doors to check. I don't know if they're still locked. It looks like it's still locked. But this is a decay. This is run down. This is leaking. The picture ruined. Completely. I can't even examine it. Broken. Still. But a save. Oh God, a save. Thank Christ. I don't think I've ever been happier to see a save. I knew that twist I knew that twist. There's no surprise. It's my first time playing through it and experiencing it as it is. And it still was really difficult to get through. To see that and to hear that. It's still really difficult. I'm gonna have to grab a quick drink. I will be back for more, but I'm gonna have to grab a quick drink. So bear with me. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I'm back. I had to think. And, boy, the hallways of a dark house playing Silent Hill look very, very different at night. I was thinking of just finishing it here and moving forward with a bunch of Only Plays videos. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like play through to the end of this game tonight. And I feel like that's thematically appropriate for what James has just gone through. I feel like it would be cheap of me, and Lord knows I'd want it to do, I'd want it to be and be done that way, but we're going to play through to the end of this game. I don't know if it's very long. I don't know if we have a lot left. I hope not, because it's 10:55. That's not too late. It feels long, but it's not too late. As it's 22:17. So we're going to go through the end of Silent Hill. And 3:13 is just a save point. I can't open this door, can I? No, I can actually. It looks like the lock is broken and I can't open it. My flashlight also doesn't work. Okay. Oh, I don't like how that's dark now. It's been a bunch of fun watching you play. Hi, Feeder House. I did see a follow yesterday, maybe a day before, but your first time message. Thank you for joining in the chat, and thanks for that message. It really does mean a lot, especially playing a game like this, but it's just nice to have people around. I'm glad you enjoy it. I know the way that I play is not for everybody. It's really, really slow. It might be really, really boring, but for a game like Silent Hill 2, it's a totally different thing for me. I really feel a certain way about this game. And yet, this room is still perfectly intact. Just the way it had been in that video. I really don't like that. Like, I don't like the fact that it's this way. And is that a do not disturb? Yeah. I don't know if the light switch fixtures had that kind of rot on them before. They seem to have them now. But thanks for the follow, Feeder House. I think it is Feeder House. I can't see the messages on my screen since I'm using the Twitch overlay, but I think it's Feeder House. Correct me if I'm wrong, and thanks for chatting. Downstairs. Nothing in the fire hose. Or the extinguisher either. I don't even know if there's anything that monsters can do to me that could be worse than what's going on now in this hotel. Like, it's wrecked, it's ruined. It's absolutely ruined. I can't open it, so I can't go back to the lobby now. That I could do before, couldn't I? You absolutely can't. Not with any amount of repression. In the slightest. It's dingy. And it's run down. And it looks old. And I've heard comments about it being burnt, like burnt down. There are bathrooms. The lounge and the reading room are available. Why didn't I check the bathrooms? Thank Christ. The lock's broken. Let's check this version of the lounge and the reading room. There's still light. It's still so bright. Ugh, outside. And everything else is just broken. Everything else is just ruined. It's leaky, it's wet, it's probably cold, it probably stinks. The cloak room is locked. As is this, the lounge. We have the reading room. Oh, that's not locked. Okay. That's fine, we explored it once, we can Was that a noise? Was it someone talking? Tourist brochures are lined up here. I'm not interested in them right now. That's the same. There's a book here. It doesn't look like it will be of any particular use. And these shelves are empty. My flashlight still doesn't work. These shelves are empty. They're ransacked. They were full. So we basically played through James's memory of the hotel as he was here last time. There's a book here. It doesn't look like it will be of any particular use. So that's the same for all of them? That sounded like a whisper from the game. That sounded like a whisper or like something moving. To me. Just me. Maybe just me. Maybe just me. I don't think I can interact with anything here. No. This board, barren. There's a book here, no particular use. I think some of these books do come into a secret ending that's unlocked in New Game Plus, but not for us right now in New Game on normal action mode, normal puzzle difficulty mode. And okay. Now that was a medical journal last time. It looks like there is a medical journal still there, but it has a pair of headphones too and a memo. I just noticed the fog outside. If there was something moving, I would really not like that. What about this book that's opened? I thought maybe that would be of use. Not at all? Okay. None of these? Okay. None of these. Okay, I guess the tape.
Mary's going to die? You must be joking.
I'm very sorry.
But you're a doctor. It's your job to heal people. How can you just let her die?
Please, calm down. As her doctor, I promise I'll do what I can. But there's still no effective treatment for her condition.
How long does she have?
I'm afraid I'm not sure. 3 years at most. Perhaps 6 months. It's impossible to say with certainty.
So that's where the 3 years comes from, the doctor's diagnosis. No, it's a prognosis, sorry. The doctor's prognosis. As much as 3 years, as little as 6 months. I can't hear anything anymore. And I can't interact with that memo pad either. I'm trying, but nothing. We have that hole. And a lot of weaponry. Laura's letter still. Now there's not even a blank piece of paper in that envelope. The stationery that Mary wrote her letter on that called James to the town. Basically the whole reason he's here. It's gone. There's nothing in the envelope. But it's definitely Mary's handwriting and Mary's name on the front of the envelope. There's nothing in the envelope anymore. We have a photo. Still. We have a great knife. And what could be an awful knife. a knife from Angela. I don't plan on using this as a weapon. Which begs the question, what do you plan on using it as, James? Because the blade is stained with something red. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that blood stain looks redder than it ever has. It looks redder than it ever has. Yeah, me neither, James. Me neither. Six months, 3 years. There seems to be like a lower, deeper, bassier loop to the music now. And what I think is blood there could just be a stain. There's something to that music. Back into the dank depths of darkness and despair. I can't look out the window. I can see what's there. White. Right. Nothing. But my flashlight doesn't work. And it almost looks like the hotel is more run down. It almost looks like it's even more run down. To me, at least. Really? There are rooms that I can go into still? Still? I'm gonna do a hard save. Just in case. Always sorry for that loud noise. Hotel alternate 2 floor. So 208 should be on my right hand side, as in this should be 208, right? Which means this is locked. And this isn't. I'm gonna check the lock doors first, because that means that I know they're locked, and I don't have to go to any door that might be unlocked. And that makes me feel a lot better about where I am right now in this game. Not going into 204. I'm not going into any of these rooms. And that window is completely blocked over. That looks just like wallpaper or stone. It wasn't like that before. I'm not going to this room right now. We'll check 207. What? Uh, 207. Brings me to 204. Did that window get bloodier? No. And 204. Brings me to 207. Why? Why does that do that? Why do those two doors interact that way? And what's changed? What's different? One more time. Yeah, it just brings me to 207. I feel like the game wants me to go into 201. But I don't want to do that right now. So, 202. So I'm going to go to 201 first and check that. It's broken. Where does 201 go? Fuck me. Come on, come on. Now this looks burnt. It is Feeder House, I got it right. I don't feel that way as part of that emote at all. So I'm gonna take the handgun bullets. Now I'm gonna go back. We're at 219. We can't go back. Why can't I go back? Why can't I go back? I wanted to check the bottom floors. Why? Are they completely open to me? I feel like I've missed out on a whole floor. Down here. An entire floor. I didn't want to go down, but I didn't know that this would happen. And these doors are both broken. I can't go back. It just brings me here. Where does 218? This is burnt. Now this is burnt. This is the burnt part. Well and truly. He does look at the direction, okay. Broken. 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 This is well and truly burnt. Well, that might be progress. And this is not. Broken. But nothing to interact with here. There are rooms. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save and then see if I'm missing anything from that bottom first floor. I would hate to miss anything from that bottom first floor. Maybe I can go back there, I don't know. I'm worried that if I keep playing further, I'm just gonna miss out on it completely. And I'll have even more to do. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the whole point. That I don't know where these doors are going to take me. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'll play it the way you want to play it. Oh, that's... openable? But I still have doors. And they're not locked. Good. Feels like it just got darker in that corner, didn't it? Just me? It can't just be me. Broken or locked? What the fuck is going on? with these rooms. At least I can go back and check the lower floors. The save is... where? Where is the save? It's up above. It's open to me. Yep, I can get there. I want to make sure that I see everything, because I'm going to need some time away from this game, for sure. For sure. Teleporting doors? I'm not a fan of those. 202 is the teleporting door. Because 204 and 207 are connected. Oh, I see. Okay, right. So that's the reason why it's completely blocked off with a wall. That looks completely different. And James has nothing to say about that. Okay. Can you hear me? Pressing X to escape through the bottom floor, right out the front door. Right. Well... I have 212 and an elevator. Do I go through? Let's see if I've got this right. It looks, there are handprints. It looks like blood to me. I know it's not, but that's what it looks like. And it's not good. It's not a good time. 220 is the door that sent me back. 220. 216 will probably send me somewhere even further. Let's check through here. Right? Broken? It's not a good time. Lakeview, top Yelp review. Yeah, a quarter of a star. Good memories, bad times. That's my official stance on Silent Hill's premier tourist attraction, right alongside picturesque Lake Toluca is the Lakeview Hotel. I can't open it. It's not locked, it's not broken, I can't open it. What are you looking at? Oh, Ampoule. Oh, Ampoule. Okay. That's good, I have a lot. I use them for the Eddie fight. Maybe 2. Oh, no. No, exit. No, exit. Exit. James, leave. I don't want to be in this elevator right now. James, leave. Through the front door, James. I can't. I can't save. Wonderful. I want out. Just open the doors. Thank you. I feel like that elevator is going to take me somewhere, so I'm not going there. I have 216 and 212. I don't want to go to that elevator right now. That feels like progress that I'm not willing to make right at this point. I'm going to move this mouse out the way. And I want to leave the hotel. That's 218. I went to the wrong door. 216. That's locked. In this world. In this alternate world. I have 212. Please just be locked. It's not. Why would it be? Why would 212 be locked? Instead, I'm at 202 again. And 204 takes me to 207. It looks worse. The floor looks worse. It's not playing tricks on me, is it? The floor looks worse. Doesn't it? At those doors, the floor looks worse. It looks much worse. I mean, it's really bad here, but it looks much worse over there. I've done everything I can here. I've really done everything I want to here, but I've also done everything I can here. I've seen it all. Elevator. Boy, would I just want to quit and not play. The walls look worse. I feel like teleporting through those doors every time makes... These walls are worse. It didn't look this bad. I'm convinced it didn't look this bad. I'm going to watch the VOD through and compare. It looks worse. Why does it look worse? That's fine. Things are fine. Pardon me. So I have 8 ampoules, 17 medkits, 25 health drinks, an empty envelope, photo, great knife, enough rifle ammunition, yep, that's full, and a lot of shotgun ammunition. I'm taking my shotgun then. So we've well, we haven't explored the 3rd floor because it's locked and we can't go to the 3rd floor from that side because the elevator's broken. We can from this side. We've explored the 2nd floor completely. The 1st floor is completely open, and as if I want to go down to the basement, it looks locked off and broken anyway. It looks locked off and broken anyway. You think I'm gonna let anything slip by me in this game? What would be the safest choice to make sure that I find everything? I'm gonna say either the 3rd floor, the 1st definitely not, or the basement. I'm gonna try the basement because it has less rooms. And it looks like it's going to be a dead end. Please don't work. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? No. I want to leave. That's invisible. I want to leave. No. That's invisible. It's an invisible enemy. I want to leave. I want to leave. No. No. Go away. Go away. Why? Why? No. I want to leave. I do want to leave. Oh, fuck. Alright. I can't leave. Okay. I'm checking the other floors. Basement is not the way to go. Third floor doesn't work. I'm on the second floor. First floor? First floor doesn't work. I had to be in the basement. I have to be in the basement. I don't want to be in the basement. I'd really not want to be in the basement. Fuck. Alright. We're going to the basement. Jesus. Where are you? Where are you? Fuck off. What are you, first of all? Did I knock you down? Hit you? Hit you? What are you looking at, James? Hit it. No, is it dead? I think it's dead. I've killed it. Great. That's much better. Right? I still don't want to be here. How do I get out of here without having to go through here? I can't. I'm furiously tapping X. What was that? Can I have a flashlight, maybe? No. No, I can't have a flashlight. Oh, okay, music's back. That's my radio. I think that's my radio noise for zombies and monsters and everything that's awful in this area. Waist deep. What are you locked onto, James? Waist deep. What is it? Sewage? Mud? Muck? Mire. Great. Well, that's... Yep. It's a wall. I can't get through here. Yep. It's a wall. Can't get through the wall. I thought that was a monster, but it's just me moving in the... What is it? Tar? That's junk. It feels like it's rippling harder now. I don't want to fight invisible enemies. I draw the line at that. I move that away. I have a lot of shotgun shells. I can spare them. How's my health? I think it's okay. We've got to go through the bar, and I really don't want to, because I think the bar's going to lead me to the kitchen, which is going to lead me to the stairwell, because everything else is blocked. Right. Sure. At least it's not dark. I will thank the god that anybody in this Silent Hill town worships for that. A jukebox. I've got use for that right now. And, something's moving. The water is it rippling harder if something moves? Or not at all? He's not aiming at anything. Fine. How about the lures, James? You want to talk about the lures? No. He's not interested. He doesn't want to talk about the lures. I don't either right now. What about the bar, James? Those memories you had with Mary? He's looking at something. Health drinks. Okay, health drinks, that's fine. He's looking at that too. Why? They're health drinks. Yeah, and? Oh, these are all health drinks. I didn't even notice. They look like alcohol to me. How many health drinks do I have? Let's count them one by one, shall we? 30. That's actually not as many as I thought. Does that mean I'm gonna need 30? Nothing to say about the bar. Okay. The last time I was down here, I didn't have any weapons, and then I did. And then I'm through here. Nothing on the bar. Can I stop playing now? No, it hasn't finished yet. I'd really like to stop playing now. I said I wouldn't. Boy, do I regret that. I'd like to go back in time and not say that. I honestly don't think I would have not said that. I would have had to have played through this from that point on. It wouldn't be fair. I'm feeling what he's feeling. I'm going to rationalize it that way. All I can do is check the bar over and over again in a desperate attempt to not have to progress through the game. Gee, thanks, Mika. Mika? It's not Mika, it's Micah. God damn, okay. That'll get me through, like, the next 5 minutes. Right? Alright, to the kitchen, through the hallway, up the stairwell. It's not an enemy. It's rifle bullets. It's actually shotgun shells. And a first aid kit. They're really giving me a lot. There's nothing useful here. The water seems clearer the further from the elevator I go. It was just filth. It was like muck. Oh. Even more things. Rifle shells. They're giving me so much. This is extremely generous. Compared to Silent Hill 1, I've killed everything I possibly can in this game, and I still have so much. So much. I haven't finished it, so who's to say I'm going to end up with that much anyway, at the end. Anyway? What do you mean anyway? That's a nice tired cliche to run through right now. Nothing here. The locker won't open. Can I climb in anyway and pretend? Cover your eyes. Just walk in. Nothing useful. What about the fridge? The refrigerator won't open. Okay. Does the water change if I run in it? It makes a splashing sound. I don't think it does. Next room. Next hallway. I'm gonna guess it's filled with the same water. Don't like that noise. He's not locked onto anything. Oh, fuck me! Hit it, James, step on it. Stand on it, James. Just kill it. Outright kill it, I don't care. Stand on it, stand on it. There. Did you get it? I think you got it. Really don't like that mechanical sound at all. This is very Silent Hill 1. Very Silent Hill 1. And it's worse because I haven't heard anything like this before. It's amping up. It's progressing. It's getting worse. Sure. Who would have thought? At least it wasn't invisible. Do you hear music? Like a high-pitched piano melody? Or is it just me? Oh, that's not a good camera angle. Time to change it. Oh, okay. That was a thud. That was just a... That's not a thud, that's grinding. Is that the boiler trying to start? That's the pump room. Yeah, okay. The pump room must be broken. When the hotel burnt down, the pump room overflowed. Because that's that pumping sound. That mechanical noise. This is a new... It's watching in the dark. That's probably the most threatening message I've read. Actually that's easily the most threatening message I've read. I've got my lamp on. I couldn't play this in the dark. I couldn't play this in the dark. New Game Plus maybe? Not right now. It's watching in the dark. See, I thought you meant I'm watching in the dark. I hope you meant I'm watching in the dark and not it's watching in the dark. Oh. That, this cage wasn't here before. And, you know what? Just gonna make sure that, this door is locked before I progress any further. Alternate basement. It's watching in the dark. I read that once and I can't stop repeating it, and I really need to. Okay. Oh, nope. You know what? Can I skip? Yeah, okay, sorry. We're gonna watch it properly. I'm loading, I'm not saving, right? Good. We're gonna watch it properly. Because I didn't think that would do that. And I don't want to miss anything, so I'm gonna check. I can't. This doesn't have anything to check. Sorry, Angela. I really didn't mean to cut you off, and I didn't mean to screw the cutscene up like that, but I really wanted to check what was here. It's nothing. It's the flooded elevator with a gate. And there's nothing in there. Okay. Fine. Yep. Nope. Nothing. It's nothing. I can't interact with it. I can't open it. I can't do anything. I guess that's what that locked meant.
For you. Now you're the only one left. Maybe then I can rest. Mama, why are you running away? You're not my mama. It's you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserved what happened.
No, Angela, that's wrong.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James, give me back that knife.
No. I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No. I'd never kill myself. It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
So, lots to unpack there. Lots to unpack there. You could see the bodies of like fat bloated corpses seemingly stretched across the wall, 2 of them. And Angela's story, to my understanding, is that she was a victim of sexual assault and abuse by both, or from, her father and her brother. And she ended up killing her father. Maybe with the knife that she gave us. I don't know if she killed her brother, but I think those, are they called doormen or abstract daddies, represent Angela's father and Angela's brother. And the fact that she's looking for her mother, and that's what drew her to this town, just like Mary drew James to this town. And her mother, her mama, being the one who said that she deserved it. And the way that she says, "You think you can love me? You think you can save me, heal all my pain?" is so mocking. Like, it almost sounds over the top, but the way that it's delivered is, I think, like, is perfectly mocking. And when James says, myself, like, I'd never kill myself, having just found out what we did about him and Mary, that inflection on myself is something I think is noteworthy. And this is that knife. Stained with something red. Well, gee, I wonder what that could be. I don't have a map of this area. I don't think I can go up. Oh. Maybe I can. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, that hurt. That hurt. But you see those 2 bodies. I don't know if there's a third, but she walked through those flames and she says, for me, it's always like this. So for James, the hotel, the town could look one way. And for her, it looks like this. Or at least maybe it's kind of a metaphor or a symbol. How it feels for her, constantly in pain. Similar to Alessa from Silent Hill 1, who was burnt alive. Nice camera angle. Can I interact with that? Oh, no, I can't. I'm not going to try that again. I'm not going to try that again. But I can't. And, well, there's nowhere else for me to go but back. somehow this is a one-way floor. I don't think there was ever a floor like this in the hotel that we had been at. No. And now we're at the bottom of the stairwell. Oh. And we're actually back here as well. That's a different noise from before. Completely different noise from before. It's a heartbeat. You can hear it? A faint heartbeat. Can't interact with this door. And there's nothing that I'm locked onto, so there's nothing there. It watches you in the dark? I hope not. Maybe the only way back is through the elevator. I don't want to go there right now. I want to explore the rest of that floor. But you can hear the heartbeat. It's pretty pronounced. I don't even know if it's worth bothering going back to the elevator to check the basement. Or walking up here. Well, the elevator doesn't work, actually. It might, so I'll save and check, but I don't think so. But just in case it does push me somewhere I don't want to go right now. It's all locked, isn't it? It's all broken. It could. Oh, fuck. I thought that monster was alive. Is that heartbeat getting louder or more frequent? Oh, now the elevator... Actually, it's the kitchen. I really don't like this music. And it makes me feel like things are different, like things have changed. It's like grinding. It's like the heartbeat's getting stronger. I don't think this is gonna work. It's flooded. There's no way. There's no way. Okay. I guess I was right. One trip only. Sure. The wall's still here? Sure. It's just a wall. Yeah. That's run down completely. Nothing to say about the bar this time, James. And that's it. The actual hotel now, not some dream sequence that didn't actually exist. It wasn't there. It absolutely wasn't there. That's why we didn't have a map for the area. Still going, Darth, welcome. It's been, what, 6 hours? I said, after the big twist and revelation of Silent Hill 2 that I'd keep going until we finished it tonight, so that's what I'm going to do. I think we had 4 hours of Pokemon. I don't know what the uptime is, because I can't see that screen anymore. But you could let me know with the exclamation mark uptime, and that would help. I think it's well past 11 now. It's almost 12. Jesus. To be streaming this. Oh, right. Right, we have a brand new floor. Oh my god. No, we don't. We have nothing. What? Okay. We have nothing. Where are we? Hotel alternate 1 floor. We have nothing. Am I trapped here? No, there's a door. There's one door right there. This is burnt now. It's not even flooded anymore. It's completely trashed. A fire escape? To the bathrooms. Oh, now the area we came from is taped off with like police tape, caution tape. That area doesn't exist. Right. It looks like... No, it's taped off. Completely. I can't interact with the fire alarm either. What about the bathrooms? Still locked. I'll give Silent Hill something. It plays by its own rule. Was that a noise? Oh, is that the map? It plays by its rules, where it says the door's locked. Oh, I didn't even notice. Jesus Christ. I didn't even see his head. My flashlight don't work. Hasn't worked for a while. Also, those bathroom indicators for male and female, they're different. They're more modern now. The older ones were like fancy, ornate, gentlemanly, ladylike ones. Now it's just blue. And I can't even see this. It's completely different. I don't know if James was seeing like an archival version of the hotel. This is the real version of the hotel. Modern day, present day, current day. Yep. Yep. It's ruined. And just one door as well. This door's coming off its hinges. It's so warped. That's really good sound design. That James is further away from the camera. The lock broken sound is quieter, more muffled. Wonderful. I really appreciate that. Where am I meant to be right now? He's not even looking at stuff anymore. Do you notice this? James's head doesn't track to items. I would have missed that if I didn't literally explore literally everything in games. Police tape? What does it say? It does say fire department. Well, it burnt down. There you go. It burnt down. That is true. Fire department. Cross line. Well, do not cross line. No, it just says fire department cross line. Okay. It's completely gone. Now, if this were a Capcom game, they would have hidden stuff behind this pillar. Oh, a door. They hid a door. A locked door behind the pillar. Sure. I'm checking, I'm looking, I'm pressing. It's just wrecked. There's nothing here. It's complete debris. Apart from this one door. And the camera angle changes as well, so we can see. Well, just that for a split second. But this. The manager's office? Yeah. Maybe it started there. Considering a lot of the damage is here. Next to the manager's office. Maybe it started there. One door. The only door. That's nothing? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's these guys underneath me. Right. Okay, that's fine. Can't shoot them. I'm nowhere. Right. Right. Are they mandarins? Are they called mandarins? Yep. I'm gone. I'm so gone. Where am I now? Oh, yeah. I'm also nowhere. 9 squares. Right. See this? This is where I'd really like to stop playing the game. That's like a stone tablet, sigil inscribed elevator, door, entrance, exit. Don't know. That is also. It wasn't? Oh no, it is. It is. It absolutely 100% is. I just missed it. Right, we're not in the hotel anymore. Well, you know, we'll go back where we started. I need a drink. I need like a glass of water. I need at least like 30 seconds away from the screen. So, I'll be right back. Bear with me. Alright, I'm back. I wish I weren't, but I am. I should have listened to my mama. Micah, I should have listened to my mama. Now, Masahiro Ito, I think the lead monster designer of Silent Hill 2, said that these 9 red squares, these 9 red save points, have some great significance. But he's never ever revealed it. And he said, I think he said he won't. Hey Sky, welcome back to the stream for you. Different to Pokemon. Really different. I don't think these are interactable apart from entering a save. Sorry for the loud noise. But he doesn't say anything like, it feels like someone's grasping inside my skull. He doesn't. Okay. Again, apologies for that really loud noise. It's baked in, hard-coded. Well, that's a single stone archway door. And this is a double stone archway door. And, I'm outside the realms of the hotel. And I get this camera angle, sure. And my flashlight, it doesn't work.
I was weak. That's why I needed you. I needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
Okay. Nope. I don't want to fight 2 pyramid heads. I really don't. No thanks. That's the 3rd time Maria's been killed, and now I have 2 pyramid heads. 2 pyramid heads. You're right, I'm not collecting Pokemon, I'm collecting nightmares. Double that, Micah. 2 of them. Oh, and that envelope with Mary's letter in it, I don't even have that anymore. It's not existing. It never existed. It never existed. She died by getting stabbed at the elevator. She was then supposedly, it's not said in game, supposedly shot in the face. I don't know if that's true, but that's the theory, and that potentially Eddie had done that, and finally speared to death by a pair of pyramid heads. A pyramid head. My letter is here. That's not a letter. My photo is here. Laura's letter from Mary still reads the same. Still is the same. Angela's knife exists. The letter that James was given to Mary, the paper was on is gone. The writing that was on the paper that James was in possession of it, had possession of it, is gone. The envelope with Mary's name in her handwriting is also gone. The one reason James had to come to Silent Hill is gone. completely erased. Now, they've got reach, they've got spears, and my health, it's green. So that looks good to me. I've got ampoules, I've got first aid kits, I've got a lot of pistol rounds, so I feel like the pistol's faster to shoot. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Run away! Am I anywhere? Yeah, I'm in the lobby where that music box was. Notice the sigil? Oh, fuck. Nope. Run away. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's close. That's like one shot, and that's it. Run away. Anything? I don't think it's doing anything, to be honest. But I'm not loading up a shotgun, because they're going to close in on me in a flash. Okay. That's it. I don't think it's hitting them. It sounds like it's hitting their helmets. Oh, leave me alone. Oh, leave me alone. Please. Please. Oh, are they gonna flank me? Fuck. Oh, this is why they gave me so much ammunition, isn't it? It really is. It really 100% is. Oh, no! What are you doing? What? That sounded like a hit. Okay, they're gonna corner me. Oh, they're gonna corner me. I think that's exactly what they want. That's why they give me two of them. Oh boy. Move, 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 move. No, 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 no. No! Jesus! I don't know if that's a one-hit kill or not. Oh, that's close. Leave me alone. They're close. Can I bunch them together, maybe? Redeem? Oh no. What did you do, Micah? Micah, what did you do? Right now, let me have a look. Check it. Ban an in-game action. Guns? For how, okay, for how long? For how long, Micah? Knife only, let's go. Tell me how long. Tell me how long. 2 minutes? Fuck. I'm not gonna hit them. Wait, hold on, I have to run around, oh, I have to run around with it. I can't run with the knife. I'm gonna die. Micah, Micah. I'm gonna die. Alright. I have to have the knife. You mean Angela's knife? No problem. I remember there was a part where if you start the battle with ammunition, the Pyramid Head would kill himself, but I just go and assume that trick won't do it here. Oh, that would be nice. That would be really nice. Alright, 2-minute timer. Great knife. I can't run. I can't sprint with a great knife. Timer 2 minutes. No, not 1 hour and 2 minutes. I'm gonna use my phone instead. I remember that being a Silent Hill 1 thing, because that's what happened to me in the final boss fight. I ran out. Why am I going to great knife this Pyramid Head fight? There are 2 of them. You waited this long to do it, didn't you? This long. Yeah, I had bullets. Not a lot, but I had. I spent them all on the boss in the first game. Ran out of bullets, and the boss did kill itself. Okay. I've got the 2-minute timer. I don't know if that's true for Pyramid Head. I don't know if I'm gonna live long enough to find out. I have ampoule. I'm gonna use ampoule. Should I use ampoule? I really want to use ampoule. Come on, man. Come on, man. Okay. Alright, you ready? How close are they to me? I hope they're not close. I really hope they're not close. Okay. 2-minute timer. Fuck. You ready? Okay, 2 minutes. Circle is quit, right? You can use any melee weapon. You said knife though. I want to keep to your word. Are you saying I can do great knife only or melee only? I'll do it if you tell me to do it. You redeemed it. I need to be fair. We did blindfold, we did the weights. If you say great knife, I'm gonna do great knife. It was Pyramid Head, but I don't remember the clip having 2 of them, so I guess it was in a different section of the game where they allowed that. Melee only. Alright? In that case, I'm gonna do great knife. But if I say I'm gonna do great knife, I have to do great knife. Great knife might get you killed. You know what? Let's just have a look, okay? I've equipped it. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Do you think I should great knife it still? Do you think I should great knife it still? Cause that was a dodge of no, that wasn't. That was a miss. Pyramid Head missed me. I didn't dodge that. It missed me. Yeah, give it a shot. I just did. I just did. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. They've got me cornered. They've got me cornered. Can I unequip the great knife now? Please? Can I? Can I unequip the great knife? I mean, I have the health drinks. I do. But, yeah, Jesus, thank you. I'm gonna equip the plank because it seems lighter and I feel like I'm gonna run faster. Run. Oh, James, James. Run away. Okay, that's fine. Do I actually have to damage them? How's my health? Is my health good? I can't tell if my health is good. I can strafe. Oh, he's faster. Can I kind of bait them? Not me into a corner. Have to try and fight. Okay. Have to try and fight. Oh, I didn't set the timer, by the way. I didn't set the timer. Alright, here. You want 2 minutes? 2 minutes. You said 2 minutes, right? Confirm. Confirm 2 minutes. I'm putting it. I'm doing the 2 minutes. I have to fight. Yep. Alright, here we go. You ready? It is stressful. I am stressed. Alright, I have the wooden plank. I have the wooden plank. Ready? 2 minutes. And I have to fight. Okay. 2 minutes. Starts now. Oh. Hit him. Oh my god. Oh my, I'm already at red. Ample. Right, there we go. Hey, thanks. Thanks. How's my health? Holy fucking shit. Thanks for the support, Sky. Does my health recover because of the ampoule? Am I invincible? No, it's not recovering. It's not recovering. That's a medkit health, right? That's a medkit health. I have 18. I have 20 health drinks. I'm gonna go medkit. I'm green. I'm good. Oh no. Oh no. Stun lock. Heal. Run away. Oh, that's 2. That's 2 again. Health drink. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's killing me, quite literally. Go, run. James, run! The pipe is too slow, right? Did I hit the button on the timer? I can strafe. I can't strafe. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Health drink. I don't think I hit the button on the timer. This is the longest 2 minutes. Oh no. I did hit the button on the timer. Okay. Well, should we keep going? Because that's the timer. Did you want more melee? I can give you more melee. Up to you. It's gotta be a no. It's gotta be a no. It really, most certainly, has to be a no. That was funny for a bit though. Okay, I'm glad that was funny for a bit. That at least lightened the mood for me. I hit it a couple of times, right? I did, and I was near death. I was near death. I don't know if they have separate health bars. Reload in-game. That's a good idea. Don't like that noise. They're gonna flank me. They're gonna corner me. Jesus. I still have 131 pistol bullets. Yep, it should be an easier fight. Much easier. Survivable? Yeah, survivable. Okay. I knew these handgun bullets would come in handy. I guess that's why I call it a handgun. Fuck. Oh, there we go. Nope, too close. Yeah, do they even take damage? Doesn't sound like they do. I hit him with a stick and it sounded like I hit him with a wet piece of cardboard. Yeah, they do. Okay. That's actually good to know. Because I might have just been running around in circles for like an hour. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to save the rifle. But that's it. That's them. I had a lot of handgun bullets too, so I knew. It's weird seeing the chat on a little bit of a delay. I had a lot of handgun bullets. Not as many rifle shots, but thanks. I appreciate people being here. I'm glad I could at least do the melee thing. At least for a little bit. I know maybe other streamers would have taken the great knife and done it for a 0% damage hardcore run. I don't think I'm right there right now. Where's Maria? Yeah, without missing a beat, they got to the point. So that's to the save point. Where's Maria? Pyramid Head won't move anymore. It looks like he's holding something. I got a rust-colored egg. I don't need this anymore. It's just a corpse now. Pyramid Head won't move anymore. It looks like he's holding something. I got a scarlet egg. Is that good? Is that bad? What did I do here? A rust-colored egg and a scarlet egg. Why were they holding them? I'm gonna go through a door, I suppose, but why do I have a rust-colored egg that's about the size of a quail's egg that was held by Pyramid Head, and a scarlet egg also about the size of a quail's egg held by the other Pyramid Head? I can use it, but I'm worried. I don't need this anymore, it's just a corpse now. I can't aim at it. Nope. There are sigils. I think they're the sigils from the first game. It literally is just a corpse. Nothing to say about that. Girlfriend dead, protagonist spirit dead, your two pyramid friends also dead. Yeah, James really doesn't have a lot. Maria is gone. She wasn't ever there to begin with because she's not in the room right now. Why do I have those two eggs? I'm gonna save and use them. Sorry for the loud noise. I hope I don't fuck my game up. I can't use that here. Okay. A quail egg. Do I give it back to Pyramid Head? No. A red and yellow egg. I'm trying to think of a spot for them. I can't. But that's really strange, isn't it? To get a rust-colored egg and a scarlet egg. I don't know if I've ever seen that or even heard about that in my videos. Well, I'm on the X. I guess I can go and save hard properly. Save? That's fine, no problem. Look how red it is, by the way. It's probably to do with New Game Plus. I hope I can go back there. Oh, because those doors... It's gonna be loud again. I need to cover my own ears. Those doors go to the lobby. Sorry for the noise. Those doors go to the lobby. Right, this is the lobby. Egg. Here? In the middle? No? No. I know the dog ending, which is something totally different in terms of the game's tone. But, egg. I'm trying to think. I can't. Maybe I just hold on to them for now? I'm right-handed, so I guess I'm gonna go here. But...
It's a magical day.
Thank you for the sub. You really don't have to, but I really appreciate it. I don't get a lot of them. I haven't had one for a very long time, but thank you for the sub. Not Micah. You definitely don't have to, but it is always appreciated. It's super nice to have people here in the chat. Because, yeah, playing this by myself, honestly, even though I said I would have wanted to finish it, I don't think I could have. I might have gone 3/4 of the way. I might have gotten to this fight and been like, that's enough. But I do thank you. Thanks for the Discord commands as well for Nightbot, and thanks for the sub. I'm thinking you're showing your support unless you're trying to get some money from a offshore tax account, and that might be a really quick way of laundering it. But you get a nice purple star. But thank you. I do appreciate it. Definitely don't have to, though. that goes with donations as well. I was like, I'll make my channel look a little more official, but you definitely don't have to. If you don't want to, if you can't. What, you don't have $5? $5? You don't have $5 for all this entertainment I give you? Hours of entertainment, and you don't have 5? I couldn't resist, sorry. I had to ruin the tone. I couldn't resist. Okay. Home stretch, I guess. Unless this is a door, it's not. I have 2 eggs. Oh. Oh! Okay. There's a round indentation in the door. But... which... I'm glad you think the streams are fun too. That's important as well. It's really important. This looks blue. Right? This door looks more blue than the other one. How would you know? Does this door look more blue than the other one? No, they're exactly the same. How would you know? Does it matter? Imagine if this changes an ending. I'm gonna go red here. Yeah. Still locked? Yeah, I think it's a substar to say that you're a subscriber. And it's a good shade of purple. More blue? Is it? Oh, you're talking about the door? Or the star? The star looks purple to me. I guess this is just 50-50. You get it right, you get it wrong. The fact that... well, there's a... that's purple. That's definitely... that's the purple that I like. That's the theme of the channel, really. That color purple. A rust-colored egg. Okay. There you go. It's been so long since I had one, I didn't even know that they did that. I mean, it makes sense. I have to make some special sub badges then. That's what I might do tomorrow. And now you can use all the different emotes, right? All the big chain of the Jerry Seinfeld one, the Joker one. I don't know if the Norm Macdonald one is behind a different thing. You should be able to use all of them. I'm going to use the rust-colored egg here. I think that's what that says. Yeah, I think that's what... it's not solid mica. It's... wait, mica... isn't mica a stone? Did it take me that long to realize that your name is about a stone? Jesus. Well, there you go. That's one of my favorites because of the motion. Yeah, you get the dedicated Wham guy talking about Gwampics when we're talking about Elden Ring coming out. How everybody wanted a really good Gwampics. It's really important to have great Gwampics. Forget about the gameplay. I want Gwampics. I don't think we put them in the right doors. Did we? Oh, we did. Or it just didn't matter. Well, neither of these doors matter. Do they? Could I go at the front door? This is caged off. Caged off. That looks like a face. You can't lie to me and tell me that doesn't look like a face. There's a face in that door. That's just the way out. Especially that one. Look at its face. Especially that one. Did I get it right? Yeah, that was the message we had when we were doing those sub things. I was like, gee, if I put a sub goal, that'll make it seem more, more, legit, right? Because it has a little sub goal meter. No, it just took up a quarter of the screen, a fifth of the screen. And I think Darth was like, yeah, that thing's in the way. So I was like, oh shit, I better take it off. So I did. These are just doors. So how many... I didn't really use that many things because I have so many things. I feel much lighter now that those creatures are dead. Like, I feel a lot lighter now. Maybe it's the handgun bullets that I'm missing. But even then, I don't think it was that many. I don't think so. I really need Nightbot to stop sending those messages so frequently. I don't think it's used to having this many people in the chat. So the limit is too low. The threshold is too low. Okay. That whole side of the hotel is inaccessible, but here. This isn't inaccessible. This is accessible.
Mary?
Oh, fuck.
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here! Leave me alone already! I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go! Are you deaf? Don't come back! James! Wait! Please don't go! Stay with me! Don't leave me alone! I didn't mean what I said! Please, James! Tell me I'll be okay! Tell me I'm not going to die! Help me!
Two things. Three things. One, sorry that it's really loud. It's baked in. I can't even lower the volume on that. Two, hard not to laugh when Micah said, no wonder he killed her. Very hard not to laugh. I did smile, I won't joke. As much as I love this game and adore this game and respect this game, I can have a laugh about it. Number three, anybody that says this game has poor voice acting didn't play it far enough. Because that was exceptional. Where am I? Nowhere. I'm not nowhere, I'm not anywhere actually. Because in Silent Hill 1, you go to nowhere. But here, I'm just not anywhere. It was incredible. And that's not even the the best. The best is yet to come, and that is 100% true. Probably the most incredible piece of voice acting I've ever heard in a game before. Yeah, she wasn't really appreciative. She didn't want any damn flowers. Oh. Down? Oh. Really? Can I not? Could I could go up. Could I? Why don't we try down first? It's raining bad, and yeah, I still don't have a map for this area. Maybe it won't let me go down. No. It won't let me. It's flooded. Like, the basement that Pyramid Head opens up for us, and he eventually walks through himself. Itself? Well... apart from that exchange at the end there, the videotape, and the very start of the game where Mary says, James, why did you kill me? You can hear that on the radio. But because it's distorted, and because it cuts out just a little bit for a first time, even in playthroughs that I'd watch, I missed it. But she clearly says, James, why did you kill me? At the basically the very start of the game, where you get the radio and see your first enemy after killing your first enemy, I think. This is what we have left of her, among those other things. And this is what I have left of Angela, among those other things. The rest is James's. I guess we go up. For what? The first time in the game? I believe that this is actually the first time in the game we go up. And up. And up. And I know the foot animations aren't the greatest. This was 2001. 2001. That's 21 years ago. This game came out. It was probably made a little bit earlier than that. And up. And up. And up. And there goes our only way back out. Yeah, there are collapsible, foldable, portable take anywhere stairs. Now we find out what ending we got. I don't really want to approach Mary with a gun. I don't... There.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have your Mary back.
Sorry for the peaking audio. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Maria in the body of Mary. I guess we're going rifle. Oh no. Get off me, get off me, get off me. She's really close, isn't she? Three, four. That's it. No more rifle bullets in the chamber. Reload. Yeah, really quickly. Do you remember when Maria was suspended above this kind of cage in the, or just before the double pyramid head fight? That's what I think of immediately. Except now she's facing the right way. There must be some symbolism in terms of, pardon me, upside down, right way up. Maybe I'm just thinking into it a bit too much. But she is upside down, just like Maria. Just like Maria. My health isn't great, so I'm gonna use a health drink. Oh, green is so good. So much better. A little too close for my liking. If I missed it, point redemption, because someone's deciding this is a good time, please let me know. I can't see them, but your chat messages will let me know. Otherwise... well, it's no anyway, but it's close. I don't like that noise it makes. Could you do it? Could you do it again? I guess for symbolism's sake. As a symbol of his guilt, I was wrong, Pyramid doesn't take damage, it's a time fight, just double check, but it does slow him down? Really? Interesting. So you could cause like immense amount of damage points and then he would be so incredibly slow? I mean, I had the bullets anyway, and I feel it was, honestly, I feel it was appropriate for James to now fight back, right? Like in the first fight, I knew that it was on a timer, when you're just running away from Pyramid Head and he leaves you. This time, I thought it was much more appropriate that James would actually fight back. Well, I hope she has health insurance after that fall. What am I saying? They're American, of course they don't have health insurance. Well, I guess that's why she died. It was of an unnamed illness, incurable, but it wasn't ever described in detail what it was. The burden of guilt? Can I speak to her before?
James.
No, there's no interaction.
James.
Jesus Christ.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey.
I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
Mary?
James.
Jesus. Oh my god. Oh no. No. That was really good timing.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it.
I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
Jesus. That last line of the letter, it kills me every time. It like drives a stake through my heart, the way she reads that. Supposedly, it was read in a single take, and the voice actress, I think it's Monica Horgan, or it might be Donna Burke. It might be Monica Horgan though. She supposedly broke down in tears after that. Single take. And here's the enhanced edition. So the reason the game looks this good and plays this well is because of the people here. Survived, and we got, well, an ending where James ended up joining Mary. The implication being, oh, sorry. Oh, wait, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. I was like, oh, maybe it won't be that loud. It's that loud. Pardon me, that was a terrible way to start that. As I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, that whole team, that enhanced edition team, they're the people that made this whole thing possible. The whole team made that possible. The way that the game plays, the way that it looks, and the way that we can experience it these days without any hitches, any issues that stop progress, and looking as gorgeous as it did. So this is our game result screen. We got the in-water ending, which is the implication that James joins Mary by committing suicide, and she was the body in his car all along. So he did drive to Silent Hill. He got the map from, I think, the passenger seat. All he had to do was look behind him to see her body in the back seat. That's my understanding. I said about the letter, I don't know if that went through because it was too loud, but I think it was Monica Horgan. I think Donna Burke was the voice of Andrew and Monica Horgan was the voice of Mary, but she supposedly read that script for the letter in one take. And that was it. That's all they needed, and that's what they used. And she ended up crying and bursting into tears at the end of it. And who can blame her? I mean, that last line, I think I said it before the music came in, but it's incredible. The whole letter read is incredible. To end the game like that, on a letter read, I think is a really brave choice. I would say though, the ending song kind of pulled me out of it. Like, it's a great song on its own, but having heard what we just did and seen what we just did and did what we just did, it was very for lack of a better term, jarring. Not too bad. I can't complain and be nitpicky about it, but maybe a different song could have been something different. Could have meant something different. Anyway, 100. Anyway, what do you mean anyway? See, couldn't end it without that. 185 enemies, 87 saves, almost 24 hours. Game time: 28.41 kilometers walked, 31.28 kilometers run. Yeah, I would say so. I'm trying to be kind to a game I feel very close to. 278 items, 23 enemies shot, enemies defeated by fighting 185. I don't know why that's in yellow. The boat stage time, I spent 3 minutes 20 seconds and 4 milliseconds on the boat, and I got a max speed of 2.24 meters per second. Total damage, I think that's total damage done to me, 1,250 points with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars and 3 little ones. This song is nice though. 3 more endings. Anyone ready for 3 more streams? For all of the endings? I'll need a little while. The last save. The last save. Data 1. Game result. We will get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. How many of them are there? Oh, there are lots. I'm not going to bore you with that. Sorry, I thought it would be appropriate to delete my saves, because I thought there might have been like 5. There aren't. But we have 88 saves. Normal riddle difficulty, normal action difficulty in the first slot, as it should be. Silent Hill 2, the enhanced edition. But we're actually not done, because we still have a whole separate scenario to do. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to need some time. I'm going to need a fair bit of time. But that's been Silent Hill 2 streamed as part of the Enhanced Edition project with the latest update between update 7 and 8. Live on Twitch for this channel. We near the 8-hour mark. We've had a lot. We've had a lot. Trump won the election 2020 was here. Tear Deep was here. Solid Micah was here. Sky was here. Feeder House was here. Maybe all these people are still here. But either way, a subscriber and Micah, thank you very much for that. And for the Discord commands and for the chat. That's for everybody as well. Micah banning guns during the double pyramid head fight. Tear Deep making me do push-ups. Well, actually, there were curls. Starting that off with blindfolded gameplay and Pokemon Gold, Norm Macdonald jokes. And that was it. That's the tale of 2 streams. It almost felt like the game was weighing down on me until I could beat it. Darth Quietus was here too. I shouldn't forget that. Darth was there. I need to make that lurk command too. And anybody else that I missed out on, I apologize, but I did see you, I promise. That's Silent Hill 2. It's 1:07 a.m. That's in the morning for me. Boy, I hope this isn't some ultimate timeline where I have work today. I really appreciate everybody being here for this. The subscriptions are like the cherry on the top. People watching is great. People chatting is amazing. The bits, again, really appreciative, and you know, a really good time to use them during a really unfortunate moment. But it was a really good joke. It was the perfect timing. Yeah, I did struggle. It was tough to get through. I'm not gonna lie. Silent Hill 2 is sad. It's a sad game. It's a dour game. Silent Hill 1 is aggressive and eventually triumphant if you don't get the bad ending, with the nice little ending reel of the jokes, the outtakes, CGI, all done by, I think, Takayoshi Sato, who slept in the Konami offices, I think, for like 2 years to get that done. Whoever the CGI lead program was, there's so much information, there's so much like speculation and backstory behind how Silent Hill 1 came to be, then 2, then 3, then 4, and that was the end of Team Silent. And some say Silent Hill 4 was really the end of Team Silent because they were fractured during making Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 4, which is why it's such a strange game compared to the other 3. It's a shame that 1 wasn't VODed, but you know what? It gives us another reason to go back through it again together after a break. I need like Barbie Funhouse Playtime Adventures, the game. I need My Little Pony Island Getaway, the game. I think Habbo Hotel is closed. The Sims with like no death mods, no bad mood mods, all nice, good, pleasant mods. I'm going to watch about 2 hours of Oni plays, and I'm going to have a drink. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to have a drink. Goddamn, do I think I've earned it. Thank you again. It means a lot. This game means a lot to me, if you couldn't already tell. It means a great, great deal to me. And to be able to share it with what began as nobody, you know, nobody, to then somebody, to then more than somebody, to everybody now, is a real treat. And it's something that is really special to me. So thank you for that. I love this game. There are a few games that I love, and I think there are a few things in life that you can really say that you love. This is one of them. So I'm really glad that I was able to stream something I loved in such quality, with such depth, thanks to the folks at the Enhanced Edition. So go check out the Enhanced Edition if you haven't already, because you can then experience what we have today and every other day before today. Yesterday, the day before, earlier streams, and the VODs. I'm going to call it there. Again, I really appreciate everybody hanging out. I know 5 viewers isn't a lot to some people. To me, it's a whole heap. 1 viewer is a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. It means a great deal to the stream. It means a great deal to me playing the game and streaming the game, and it makes a great difference to the community as well, because we wouldn't have those moments if those people weren't here. But enough talk. Silent Hill 3, anybody right now? Could we? Should we? No, I'm kidding. Don't redeem. If you have points to redeem to say start a game, I think there is a game, a channel point system that says pick a game for me. I think it's 10k points. Wolf Double MX did it. That's how I got into Legend of Dragoon. Please don't do that right now. Next time. We need to find somebody to raid. And you know what we're gonna say? We're gonna say, James, you made me happy. Who's twitching? Who's streaming? Why would I say twitching right now? Have we got anybody that I know? How do I see the screen properly? Sips is live. Ranged Broom is live. Okay. Silent Hill 2. Is anybody streaming Silent Hill 2? Yeah, Jake1988XX. Hard difficulty. Who needs a map in a hospital? They're chatty and they're from Croatia. Ed the Rando is streaming. Fluffy Boy is streaming. Why don't we go to Jake1988? Let's see. Are they? Oh, they're doing Silent Hill 1. Oh, I see. They're doing Silent Hill 1. I tapped in Silent Hill 2 though. Fluffy Boy is streaming Silent Hill 2. Why don't we go back to our roots and hit up Ed? No, sorry, Jake 1988. We'll do that. Yeah, bring that with you. Let's play Pokemon tomorrow, as in later today maybe. Please God, later today. I don't know if I'll even do a morning stream. I might take it off and watch just people laughing, compilations of people laughing, and take a bath with champagne or something. So who was I going to raid? It's Jake 1988XX. Okay, let's get ready to raid. For the last time for Silent Hill 2. Chat, you made me happy. Jake 1988. There we go. All right. Start the raid. Here we go. Don't forget to say, Harry, you make me happy, I guess, or James, you made me happy. What's the raid emote? I don't know. You could pick whatever you like. What's available? What do we have? Shit, I just unrated. What can I do? I make a raid emote? Shit, I'm so bad at this. Yeah, do that one. Do that one. I was gonna do that one. I was actually gonna do a different one, but then I was like, oh, that's a good one. Do this one. Yeah, do that one. If you can, I think you can copy and paste it. I don't even know. I'm terrible at this. All right, let's try that again. Jake, say hello to Jake. Jake 1988X. They're from the future. All right, here we go. Great. Get ready to raid Jake. Say hi to Jake for me. I'll drop in for a second as well for the handover. And thanks again. We'll see you soon for something a lot lighter than Silent Hill 2. My God. Something a lot lighter. Till then, till next time, I'll see you streaming on the channel. Pokemon, GoldenEye, Fire Pro Wrestling. We'll see.